Amazon on Seller Central gives you a bunch of things to look at to really see how you're doing. Of course, generally, sales, obviously sales data is important, but even more deeper than that, like looking at like your brand analytics, looking kind of at, the B2B side, like what sections are buying your product, and all this other data, like very quickly, what Seller Central reports are lesser known that people should be using to really, again, just help their success, help get more data. James.
Yeah, I dive into brand analytics, like you mentioned, Pete, is key. There's so much in the brand analytics. There's market basket analysis, new to brand. The market basket I really do like is what other products are in the cart with your product.
Mhm.
Okay, so these are like products, or it kind of really gives a deep dive into the psyche of your customer, your buyer, and you can cater your messaging to that or target your ads towards those other products as well. Again, this is that data mining, that low hanging fruit. New to brand is awesome too. You can kind of see uh, anybody new coming in, new buyer, new customer, repeat customer. You can kind of see all that data too. Is are people that are buying my product, are they rebuying, right? Ultimately you want that rebuy. The cost of sale is a lot lower. They just reorder, or they already know how to search for you, so they're not clicking on your advertisement and spending money. So there's a lot of good data there. And then on the B2B side, I love the B2B just because you can see by industry who's buying your product, and get a little bit deeper of those industries. What type of, so K through 12, is it college? Is it, there's so many different variables in there. And like Stephanie said, I think kind of what we're alluding to, content is going to be king, right? Of how you cater your content to the buyer. So if you've got pictures of hospitals, and because you noticed a bunch of hospitals buying your product, why just have, Betty Sue holding a product? Why not have, a picture of a hospital there on one of your imagery, or even in the storefront, right? You can cater and put stuff in there and start driving ads to that particular storefront. So there's so much. Amazon's adding them. It almost seems weekly, of these features that are out there. But yeah, I would go into your brand analytics page or brand page. You could see so much stuff in there. There's
I agree with James. It's a major point. And even like the Cerebro tools we were just talking about, Helium 10, Jungle Scout, Amazon actually gives you kind of that in brand analytics. They give you search query performance. So you're actually, and keywords, like you can actually look at competitors' keywords in Amazon. You can go right into brand analytics and look at where your competitors are ranking, just like you can in Cerebro. And then search query performance levels that up because Amazon's actually telling you how well your product fits in those keywords, right? And then that's really like what James was saying. You really, at that point, really need to say, okay, my product's not fitting in the keyword that should be exact match to it. Now I need to go in and do a deep dive on that listing and see why I'm not converting well in it. And I think the AI hasn't changed much in that respect. I mean, before keywords was the number one thing we needed to rank in the keywords, but once the customer clicks, that listing's got to convert them, right? And so like we've always needed an optimized, beautiful listing, and that's really targeted towards our key customer. It's just more important now. We can't get lazy about it. But I think not much has changed there because conversion is going to be key by having your listings on point. The one report that I think is most important in Amazon that not many sellers look at enough is your payments report. So going into Amazon and running your report to see not only what your sales are, but what the costs are for doing business on Amazon. I don't know how many sellers, when I do an audit, have no idea what their inventory fees are, or have no idea what their referral fee is, or what Amazon's charging them to ship stuff. And when we go in and we deep dive, they're upside down. They're selling products to give Amazon $20 a unit. And that's just crazy. And that report will really show you all of that, right? A lot of people don't realize that that report's there. They're just looking at the business reports and they're saying Amazon's taking all these fees and I don't even know what they're taking. And the payments report is where your answer is. So to me, beyond, I know we're talking about keywords and stuff, but I would be looking in that report as well, just to make sure that, at the end of the day, you are profitable on Amazon.
Yeah, I feel like that's another, not want to say secret, but it's one that I feel like people don't check as much as they should. So absolutely, yeah.